there are many artists who truly respect their heritage. And I find that there are many young artists today that are sort of looking back and realizing where they came from and the value of their history. Aside from the masters, I mean, if you look at Torres Garcia, you look at Diego Rivera, I mean, these are masters, Fernando de Cislo, you can go on with the masters that have respected and included in their work this sort of like an homage to the past and to the indigenous peoples that went before them, but are still very much a part of their lives today too. So I've always been fascinated with that. And now that, in Miami with the Caribbean so close and Caribbean artists getting their due finally, when you start to look at not only the great artists that have come out of Cuba and are still in Cuba doing that, I'm thinking of like a Manuel Mendive that can master that respect and inspiration. But Haiti, the Haitian artists, and other islands in the Caribbean that have Puerto Rico, that have looked to their indigenous past and seen in the gods, the goddesses, the myths, the legends, and for an art historian, the aesthetics of it, what it looks like. There's a certain appearance that is relevant to what is being produced and created in these countries today. And that's what fascinates me. I'm the curator of a very, very amazing collection, the J. Kislak collection at the Freedom Tower, which I'm sure we'll talk about in a minute. But one of the things that I love about that collection is I look at a Taino artifact, I look at a Maya artifact, a Peruvian, Honduran, and I think, wow, how beautiful, how beautiful. These artists are working with materials to create objects of amazing beauty. And they're all different. They're all different. It's kind of like looking at Latin America. Somebody says, oh, Latin American art. Kind of would rather say the art of Latin America. Because if you say Latin American art or Caribbean art, you're assuming that it's all alike, that you can put it all together. And of course you cannot. You can't put Mexico with Argentina, with Uruguay, with Colombia, with Cuba. I mean, you just can't do that. They're all very distinct. And the appreciation for this aesthetic distinction goes way back, because the work that is produced in the Caribbean from the Taino, the Arawaks, all the way through work that is produced on the coast of Mexico, say in Veracruz, when you get into the Mayan territories and Central America, has its own appearance and its own strength. I mean, they're powerful, aesthetically, very beautiful and very powerful. And I think that's what has always fascinated me about the art of Latin. That's not to say that I don't love Botticelli and the Renaissance, because of course, don't we all? But there is something that's so unique in what is produced in the Americas, all of the Americas, that I love.